Yes, sir. And we have extremely epic goings on with finding some rusty old lent out farmers' tools. Apparently, that's a very important thing that we're doing while the Uruks of Isengard bear down on this entire nation. It's also Welcome Back
An
weekend,
army
so
moves on its stomach?
it does. So I'm officially raising cap to 85, and happy getting there, everyone. Because the XP will come in droves.
Alright, I'm teleporting now.
You are welcome to use whatever means to reach 85 as fast as you can. Accelerators, all the fun tricks you want. Well, I think that probably, I don't know, I'm almost 84 already. I thought Ninth would win the race, but he's not here this morning.
All of y'all win, I'm just saying.
Because he's 84. But the cap is 85. So.
I give away all my XP to him.
I just gave my one that I had to Sophie because she's 81. And that's sad. That's a whole trait point behind the rest of us.
Dear.
So, hobbits need XP. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, so we are ready. Are we ready? I see an Angalan. There he is.
I'm ready.
Cool. Let us mount up. We're still not talking to the principals here. Hello, Nod. Okay. So it looks to me like we need to go east. Let's go east.
Once we get to 85, I'll have to actually get, like, a real cloak, because Captain America only shield only scales to 85.
Captain America shields? I'm not sure what you mean.
The Rohan shield.
Sorry.
Is it the...
Oh, the Rohan shield. Okay, so where Boz is, there's a lone pitchfork. And maybe it's not selfish.
You could use
I
a
don't think it
pitchfork
is.
as a weapon against an orc.
You could, but I don't think that's what he's going to do. I think he's taking them with him as he flees. Right?
Well, that does make a bit of sense, Boz. It doesn't really make sense to ask big damn heroes to do it, but it does make sense to get your crap back.
Okay, let's go find Got while we're on this side of things. Got the Orc Brood. Who screamed out his name as he stole whatever he stole. I am Got! I'm telling you that so you'll know to make a quest later.
Okay, I'm trying.
Hang
I
on.
know. I'm headed your way, I think. I see your arrow. What speed am I supposed to be on?
We are galloping.
Ludicrous.
Yep, ludicrous speed. No, ludicrous speed would be dash. Right?
The plaid.
We're off to give the raspberry to Gat, among other things.
Hey, there's Gat.
Let's get him.
Also, Vengeance for Elthengels.
Of course, he's on foot, so that doesn't
So I
really
think
help
we-
if he's our friend.
Hello, God.
I was like, why can't I hit her? I really want to.
He's back. Also, he didn't heal. That's
There
interesting.
he is. No, he didn't. I wonder why.
Because he's not
cool.
mounted? I don't know.
I just completed Slayer mounted in the Eastern Net Advanced, I think. Also, you may have done the same thing. Oh yeah, Shield of the Hammerhand. Right, I'll have to get myself a real cloak as well. 85. Okay, so we can return to Enswith with news of Gat's defeat.
Why am I only 2 of 6 on mounted orcs, but it seems like we've killed a bunch.
Because those Uruks don't count. Only the orcs riding on wargs count for that quest for whatever reason. Even though
Okay.
you might think otherwise. But no.
What happened?
We went around the corner to see Enswith. What happened? Did something else happen? No, there you are.
Yeah, I was on follow and then my horse just took off across the war.
Well, that's normal.
Not sure why.
It's a feature
As
of Rohan
designed.
War Steeds. Yeah, it's not a bug. It's a
I
feature.
want my goat back.
Crap. So this is sweet revenge.
Will you aid the horse lords?
I know that nothing will bring Adleod back to me, but I feel a sense of closure, knowing he's been avenged. Thank you all for accepting my request. I shall depart for the King's City, but will honor Adleod's memory with each passing day. Oh, the Gat that I was making fun of actually killed her husband. So, I feel ashamed now for making fun. Alright, so we need to collect
More crap.
things that
At
are
least this
to
time it's not goat crap.
the southwest of us. No, it is not petrified goat poop. Or fresh
So, you
goat
know,
poop.
that's
No, that was the
bright
reward.
side, Boz.
Petrified goat poop was the reward
How
for
did I
cleaning up
land in a
fresh goat poop.
barn?
I don't know.
Horse. This guy
Maybe
has
you
a
are
dream
feeling
to do
peckish.
There's
No,
the
I just ate
lone
my
hammer.
breakfast rams.
It is here in this. Whee!
What the? What? Stop moving!
Yeah.
Bad horse.
Are you having some trouble with Nod Truffle Snoot?
At last. Where should we go? The hunting bow is
bow?
inside.
Yeah, it's
the
on the
hunting bow is inside. Found them. Yep.
It's on the table by the Forge Master.
Oh, good. I need to see the.
I did talk to that guy. Forge Masters had it.
This gate is hateful.
Can't even walk to.
Did you impale your poor horse on the gate? Now you're
No, I'm
not
impaled
riding.
Again.
I was at Rich.
It's the Forge Master.
Boz, Bozal, and Boz on Golan and Galt are all at the Forge Master. And the lone bow is on the table behind. Boz on Golan and Galt are all at the Forge Master. And the lone bow.
So what did you guys do this week?
Go home, horse. You're drunk.
Let's see. Twice daily walks for the puppy. Housekeeping, shopping.
I had a week of not a lot of.
Okay, Kate went to chiropractor and physical therapy to get some help for her arm, and it's not carpal tunnel, some muscular crap that's
No, which is awesome.
which is good news. It's not carpal tunnel.
Yeah, I've heard carpal tunnel can be pretty bad.
Well, this is bad enough. So.
Yeah, it's keeping her up nights when it's bad, sort of shooting
Yeah.
pain down the arm, so.
The long and short of it is my neck is messed up from too many years of sitting at a desk assigned for someone way too.
Oh.
And
It's not-
it's correctable. So. You were saying?
Oh, I'm saying it's not like sciatica or like MS or anything, right?
No, it's not, which is a very good thing. I don't need anything like that.
So let's turn in.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
What else did I do this week? Played the alts a little bit on Monday and Thursday. Tried and failed to get Boz Skirmisher of Middle Earth.
Still don't have it, huh?
That guy won't spawn.
He hates you.
I don't know if I need to do something in Barrow Down Survival too, but I hate that skirmish so much.
Really?
So Thurgir. James, yes, sir.
You don't like Baradine Survival? I liked it.
Maybe I should have another go at it. I didn't care for it solo with my captain.
Well,
I
see,
mean, I
yes,
haven't visited
solo would be
it, but I
boring.
don't, yeah, I don't think I've played it in years, actually. I had a poor impression of it, but I would go at it in a group, with you guys. That'd probably be a lot more fun. Most things are in this game, so, stands to reason. So let's see. That's something we should add to our list of things to do. Third Gear says, our homes are now much more difficult to infiltrate. A welcome trait once the fighting begins. Thank you all for your assistance. If our advanced efforts have saved the lives of even one single crofter, they were worthwhile. Those Urliks look pretty strong to me. I think they might be able to pull off mere window boarding, but I'm going to be optimistic about it. Remain on.
Well, we don't want them to get depressed.
So let's go back to Deorun. And he is right here.
I like how we stop ramming our horse into a building.
Smush, yeah. Whoa there, Tiger.
I thought
Some
by
of us
getting
flop off
off.
the back of the horse.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Are you people even really riders? In any case, thank you for
Nope.
returning all of my loaned items. I didn't think so. My tools will be put to good use when the time is right, and the assailants will learn the folly of underestimating a prepared crofter.
Yeah, see, he's not running away,
Oh, dude,
Boz.
your work
Oh,
He's
Red
gonna
clothes.
stay and
Rats.
fight with his tools.
Okay, maybe he is. And let's see, we need to free the steeds. That's what we need to do. So we're going east and south.
All the Rohirrim are just like, are you sure there's anyone else from the north that you could send? People that can actually ride horses. No?
Ooh.
I guess you guys will have to do.
We found
You go up in?
Wart Ripper.
There, that's my DPS trolling as a guardian for the week. Because I one-shotted something. I'm so proud of myself.
Great job.
Yay, me! I did
Hey, I
DPS.
got something. Words
Hunters are
past
like,
five.
yeah, I was doing that back at level 50 with a tier 3 barrage, son.
Dude, I let you have your moments, you know this. You can't help it if you're DPS deficient.
So this is the pen gate, and I think we all might need to click on it.
Did we want to do that?
No, I got credit for it, and I didn't click on it.
I did
We
not.
want to do Sword Ripper? Yeah, we're gonna chase him. Let's see.
I still have
I
locate
did
that's
get
stolen
credit.
horses.
Okay, so let's get really close to it until it makes a clicky sound, and then click it.
Oh, I can't click it yet because there's no effect.
Boo. Sport Ripper's getting away! No, he's not. We're gonna get him.
There it is. Had to wait for it to sparkle. That's very important.
The sparkle is very
Hey,
important.
sparkling is important.
It is. Okay, now let's go north.
Get Fart Ripper.
Fart Ripper? Yes.
A noxious beast.
He's a laughy bear.
Beware its noxious fumes.
Indeed.
That's Dwarf Fortress, but
I suspect it of eating sauerkraut.
I don't know if anyone plays Dwarf Fortress here.
Nope.
I've gotten Bronwyn into RimWorld lately, which is supposedly the child of Dwarf Fortress.
Inspired by, yeah.
But Dwarf Fortress is, yeah, it's an ASCII game, isn't it? It's super hardcore, right? It's like a roguelike ASCII type game. I've seen screenshots of it. But
It
never
has
played
ASCII graphics, yeah.
So does it say, beware the noxious fume?
Yeah, whenever a like Mega Beast comes in, it says Mega Beast is dragon with green scales, and it always says at the end, beware its X, and that could be poisonous saliva, or but sometimes it says beware its noxious fumes.
So
Nice.
beware its farts.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
It's a fog dragon.
Yeah, I'm watching RimWorld, but I don't really do early access games, so I'm just waiting for it to come out of early access.
You are wise, because it is
Right, so here-
Trolly McTrollerson.
It seems like a really compelling game, and
And then you get a pet.
Bronwyn, Bronwyn's going at it, and wow, look at the bear. He's
It's a normal bear to me. I don't
Was
know what
he
you saw.
laughing?
he was doing some yoga
Buzz,
poses.
did you get into the mead this morning?
No, I'm trying to get us rep by going after another warband.
No, I know, I'm teasing.
Oh, okay. If you're
You're
wondering why
tired,
I'm going
Dave.
so far north, yeah, I
Oh,
am tired.
crap.
Here's Skutog. You gonna charm him?
I mean, do you have to ask?
No, I don't have to ask. Yay! Yeah. Hello, puzzle.
So far, it doesn't seem to be that useful because they just kind of stand there.
But what they do is it takes
Not
them
a
totally out of the fight while we murder all their
True.
minions. I mean, that's in terms of some of the raid war bands in Wildermore and so forth that are kind of a challenge. I think that's an amazing ability.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes on. I forget the guy's name. The one near Snowborn that everybody fights.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the south. We should have finished Vengeance for Elthengels and Skutog. The way I solo Skutog now is I drag him across this river, and he dismounts himself. And then
Does he
he's
really?
easy- Yeah, then he's pretty easy bait. That's how my minstrel, who died like 4 or 5 times to him, I finally figured out a good trick to kill him. Yeah, he'll follow you right across the deep part of the river and and you can jump over it, but he doesn't know to, and he'll dismount himself reliably. And then he's just, he's a doofus on foot. Against a tactical class on Lightsteed.
Yeah, there's like a stream in Snowborn, and I remember doing that with some warband. You just drag them to the stream, and then they dismount themselves.
That's what used to be the big one, right? The one that would occasionally drop ring pieces outside Snowborn. That guy, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he was close enough, but I don't remember now. It's been too long.
We'll see him again in the weeks. Okay, so we're going back. Freed the horses, and we're going to talk to Haligmar. It is good to know our friends have been released to safety. We must be vigilant night and day to stop the orcs from any more of this trickery. The people of Faldom owe you much for your help. A friend of horses will always be welcome here. Yay, congrats on horsey points.
Friend is a bit strong. It's more of a working relationship.
I want my goat.
I don't like you, you don't like me, but we gotta get to this other side of Rohan, so...
Right.
Right.
I'll try not to give you brankles.
They're holding my goat hostage.
You try not to run face first into a barricade. We'll all be better off. Like Boz just did on the barricade.
Like I just did.
I'm on foot. Screw this fucking horse.
Dead gummit. Okay. Where is Osim? There he is. Let's go talk to Osim by the campfire.
Brings you to these lands.
This is Fields of Uncertainty. Knowing the people of Faldom will be ready for whatever comes is of great assurance to me. There are few men who would go to such great lengths to aid us. It's my pleasure to call you all friends easily lost. My mind will now rest solely upon thoughts of victory in the coming battle. Glad we can help you out, buddy.
Rats.
Congrats, Sophie.
Thank you. I didn't level.
That was-
Oh, my horse did.
No, you did.
I leveled, but I was
Oh, is that
underneath.
Posel?
No.
I was underneath Sophie's horse,
Oh, that was both.
so the tree came out of
Posel.
Soph's head.
Oh, well, congrats, both.
Like Athena. Tree came out of her head.
Yep.
Okay, so back to the Elf Ward. We speak to Thane Elfmar about the preparation.
I would say that Sophia's and Athena archetype doesn't really work. She's got all the shooty, but none of the wisdom.
She's got wisdom in this, like, Hobbit sense, sort of way. Good old-fashioned Hobbit
Good
sense.
old-fashioned Hobbit sense.
Yeah.
But I'm biased.
Well,
You did
yes.
very well.
Let's see, so Elfmar, son of Elfhelm, says, your helpful deeds have calmed Ossine's concerns. Valuable will be his strength in the coming days. I must request one more favor of you all. Longfrith, one of the wisest of the Elf Ward, has been concerned with another foe. Please speak with him and learn of his distress. Longfrith is outside. And here's the man, pressed from all sides. The Elf Ward alone must defend the people of Faldom. Revaltha Ward sits fortified to the north, unwilling to send aid to us, and
Our
the people
success
under Thane
depends
Mildred's
upon our
watch
strength.
have been trampled in the
Will you
wake of
aid
the
us?
orcs heading west. When their wicked blades turn toward Faldom, it will come from the north and from the west. My thoughts dwell ever in a different direction. I look toward danger from the east. We have seen much activity of orcs in the mountain passes leading toward the east wall. I fear these orcs plan to ambush our flanks when the force from the north approaches. We cannot allow ourselves to become surrounded. Strike against the orcs that dwell along the pass to the east, and we shall observe how they respond. You must slay 4 scouts, 4 ravagers, and 4 shamans.
I need 1 minute.
You have 1 minute, and only one.
Never mind.
He has another quest here, though, I think.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Does he?
Yeah.
Prisoner
He
returns.
does. Yes, he does. You are correct. Thank you, sir. I'll wait till James is ready.
No, I'm back. Sorry. False alarm.
No. Okay. Prisoner returns. My focus lies upon the Ninkhai orcs, plotting and scheming in the eastern mountain passes. They're a new but unsettling threat to the Elf Ward. There's but one course of action if we're ever to delay their treachery, to confront and defeat their leader. You must breach the enemy camp. Locate and overthrow the Ninkai Taskmaster. His defeat should throw the lackeys into a state of panic and chaos, granting us an opportunity to better prepare our defenses before dealing with the rest. Thank you, Elf, for catching that I had that for you all to do. The dwarf is a bit tired this morning. I just love in Boromir's cutscenes in the East Wall, down around Parth Galen, that the way he thinks of all the other people. You know, that halfling, that other halfling, the elf, the dwarf. It's the best.
So you're saying that's how Boz thinks
He's
of
a
us?
bit of a dick.
No, not Boz. The Frith.
Link
Oh, you were speaking as him.
Langfrith.
Langfrith.
Yeah. Yeah. Boz at least tries to remember names.
I'm telling you, we gotta make that mod that allows you to rename NPCs so we can put Soph's names on everybody.
Oh, I wish.
That'd be awesome.
So let's dismount. This isn't really going to be, this is too close quarters, I think, probably to...
Thank you. My real damage is back.
Reversal of sabotage. Ninkai have stockpiled barrels of explosive black powder and threatened to use them against the walls of Fallen. Having infiltrated the orc encampment, you've gained an opportunity to ignite the powder kegs while they still remain within enemy territory. Also, War Chant. A familiar tactic.
And there's another quest.
Yep, you've discovered a container filled with a mixture of orc acids. Taking these dangerous acids away from the Ninkai tribe would be wise, and they are, of course, on the Defilers.
And since we're such graceful
son.
riders, it has no chance of spilling all over ourselves as we ride back to Fallen.
Absolutely not.
Provided a special padded leather pouch for us to bring back the
Carry
samples
some.
that we didn't know that we'd find in the first place. No, we're just good enough riders. Trust us.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I think I'd do pretty good.
I'll kill him.
I'd feel more comfortable if I was you did it.
So try it. So try the barrel black powder, see if it's selfish. It is not.
Kaboom.
Let's all blow it up.
Get down, get down, get down.
Okay, so through here is
Whoa.
the mountain pass. No, you did right, Soph. Just stay where you are. Yep.
Okay.
You can start killing guys if you want.
Oh, okay.
Not like for real, that big a barrel of black powder, that'd be a pretty big
We'd all be
explosion.
This is a prototype black powder, and it was missing a key ingredient, so it just kind of burned a little bit instead of actually exploding. Right.
That's plausible.
It's missing potassium nitrate.
The explodey bits.
This should be 3 powder kegs.
Don't think we don't see you hiding behind that tree, Scout. He's trying to like... if I say it's real quiet...
Maybe they won't see me. No, I have colored text over my head. Damn it.
Curse your
Plus, that little
auto-targeting.
hobbit has really... Yeah. No!
Boom. Boom.
That'd be 5.
I'm stuck.
Yep.
Am I stuck in the tent? How do I get out? Where's the note? I found a way out.
Galt's all over it. Just ripping him a new one.
Well, that's kind of
Oh,
what he
while
does.
Sophie's stuck in a tent, I have an option.
to actually kill stuff in melee.
I can just put myself on follow, guys.
You're fine, dear. That should be 7.
That's the challenge.
Oh, and there's ally for me.
Ally?
Yeah, ally to the Norcross. Now I just
Oh,
need
nice.
to get a kindred.
Kaboom.
There's more black powder than we need.
Good to know.
Y'all got my back, I see.
Yep.
That doofus off me.
Your front, your side,
That's
pretty much all angles.
Oh, grab him. Oh,
Someone treed.
It was Galt, right? That's Galt.
Congratulations.
One more and you get to rebuild your LI again.
Oh, boy.
Congratulations.
Oh, Yay.
Yay!
I think the
Yeah.
85 ones look nice. Like I was looking at a few earlier.
Connor Dargum, the Ninkai leader, did we already kill him? Oh, we could use the
Click
horn.
it.
You have
There
to
we go.
use.
he's up above on the little thing there.
Oh, there he is. Yes, there he is. He says, "We meet again, fools. I must thank you for allowing me to escape from Stargard. You realize the destruction you could have prevented, and you simply finished me when you could have. No matter, I've been summoned to the side of my wise master. You will not capture me a second time. Grozard, take care of our little problem. They must not return to their friends in the village below. Ah, I've been waiting for some action." That's a lot of them, boss. I don't know about this.
Oh, he's immune.
I guess I'll give it a try. No,
Oh, wow. Well then.
When did we release an orc or something? I forget about this.
Dargum was the orc. He was the Uruk that we found in Stangard. We brought him before Sithrik when Sithrik was still in charge. And Sithrik was like, "Why are you meddling in my affairs? Send this Uruk back to whatever hole he crawled out of. Remember that you cannot face Stangard's wisdom," or something. He was really obviously kind of letting his own lackey off the hook. And he dismissed Dargum,
yeah, I
and we
remember.
never saw him again. Yeah, so this was,
You know what,
he was
Boz? That is a
Sithrik's
really-
lackey.
More tactful way than I would have put it.
Okay, thank you, I think.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Vanguard like more than a month ago, so you know.
right.
Yeah.
But that's who he was. He was the lackey of Sithrik. And thus we would assume of Saruman. And of Grima Wormtongue.
Mounted combat does not work.
Nope, that's why we're on foot in here. In this little place. But we can kill this orc, because he asked for some. Mess his face up.
Get him.
That's
Which
the plan, get him.
The one you just shot. Keep shooting.
Great plan,
Oh,
Ray.
okay.
Keep shooting him. Shoot him more. Roll him over and shoot him back. Well, he's already
Well, he
dead.
said get him after I had shot my bow, so I didn't know who he was talking about.
Continue the getting. Don't stop getting.
Okay. Him do. Gotten it. Getting it.
Also, War Chant. I think we've all long since finished Orc Slayer Advanced, right?
But they're orcs, Boz?
Right. Well, you'll notice I am killing them.
Yeah, there's no text under them for me, so I guess I beat him already.
Okay, let us mount up. And go speak to Lungfrith of our victories.
Hey, anyone want does Honey Paw want these Bjorning allies?
Oh yes, I super want them. I'm about to put in a really deep, intensive month of honey pawing to try and catch him up to 85 Catholic. No, I'm not. Totally not doing that. No. There are so many
He is
other ways I
literally the
could
last
choose to
character
spend
on
my
your
time.
list.
Yeah, seriously. There are a lot of games on my Steam list, my backlog of games that I own but haven't played that I would play before I logged Honeypaw in again to actually level him.
Which does bring me back to, do you have a character to level with Farkeg that isn't Honeypaw?
No, I don't.
Okay, then I'm just gonna have to solo him.
What level is?
No, I would.
What level is
I'll bot
Farkeg?
Honeypaw
42.
alongside. I will. I will do it. We have 3 to
I
turn
don't
in
know
here.
if I want to endure that.
I'll play him in yellow line.
Okay.
Welcome.
Prisoner
well
returns.
met, my
It's
friend.
regrettable their leader was able to flee. But if this Doggoom has truly fled from the Ninkai encampment, the result is much the same to me. Without a Taskmaster's commands,
What
the
business
remnants of
have
their
you
tribe will
with
likely
Doggoom?
disband their plot and set out to easier prey. Knowing that this danger has subsided, I must now
Our
concentrate
mission is
entirely
done.
on the coming siege of Faldom. Praise upon you all, you are worthy allies. Okay, and... reversal of sabotage.
What business have you with the
You
Rohirrim?
returned unscathed, remarkable. When I heard the sound of each blast resounding across the plains, I feared for your safety. I can see now that you had matters under your control. Your clever plan of sabotage has surely thrown the Ninkai plans into ruin. Without their furtive weapons to aid them, they have no hope of easily penetrating our walls. Your
What brings you
lawmaster
to
seems
these
to think the
lands?
powder was faulty. Pressed from all sides. The Ninkai seem shaken by our unexpected interference. I expected the orcs to retaliate, but they seem satisfied to have shrunk back into the mountains beyond our watch. Perhaps they had not anticipated such strong resistance from the residents of Foldham. Fine work. This will be one less opponent to concern ourselves with in the coming hours. Back to Thane Elfmar. Again.
I wonder if it's a family name.
What is?
Elfmar.
No, I think just among the Rohirrim, they generally take a part of their father's name into their name.
Well, yes, but you see, all the Elfie people here were the ones who drove the elves out of this place,
Your
I think.
aid is welcome,
That's where their names
friend.
come from.
Congrats, Sophie.
Oh.
Thank you.
I
Did
mean,
Oh, I treed.
that is possible. I don't see why not.
Because, like, Elfwind and Elfangles? Clearly, his family was one of those who won against the elves at Elfangles. Maybe this guy is related to someone who was a bad elf. I don't know.
Surely is possible.
Things to ponder.
I have to admit my knowledge on the history of Rohan is scant, so I don't know enough to argue with you.
Believe me, neither does Sophie.
Well, the Elfords seem wholly focused on the charge set before them. Early is the hour in
Very
which
well.
these foes approach our threshold, and we shall be ready to meet them with steel in hand. You deserve much for your efforts, adventurers, but the day is not yet won. It would give me great honor to count you among the Elford, the protectors of Faldham. Coming storm. The hour has come. We have received no answer from Theoden King to our request for reinforcements, and Reeve Athelward has made it known that our fate is now our own. Retreat is not an option. We must stand against the first waves of the coming storm. I think now upon my father's training and his wisdom. I must rally my people and trust in the great skill of the Elford. I ask you, ride north and assist Norbold with the defenses. You have done much to help the people of Foldham. We must not let it fail in this most crucial moment. Or fall. Either one of those.
All 4 of them. Okay, that doesn't make any darn.
Make any darn sense?
You live in a city that you feel the need to put big spiky wooden walls on, and you put your well outside the walls.
Yeah, I'm with Sophie here. That does not make any sense.
And they get multiple
Yeah.
wells, maybe. Maybe they have another one inside somewhere.
That would make more sense.
So this is the coming storm with Norbold.
Will
You're
you
not a
aid
moment
the
too soon. The first waves of the Uruk force have begun to arrive in earnest. We must hold off the enemy's riders and grant Thane Elfmaw the others a moment to rally. Just gonna kill raiders and skirmishers. That's what we're doing.
Can
Whistle, thank you.
Hey, it's Got.
Get him.
Okay, back to Norbold.
I'd say he's been got.
No,
Yep.
I disapprove.
Our mission is dire.
Fine work. That ought to slow the enemy's advance. Especially that last one. We stopped their first efforts, but must not lower our guard. There will surely be more on the way.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Holding back the tide. Another group of enemy riders was seen en route to the eastern farm. Akdreda and some of the others
Rohirrim will
had planned to defend the eastern crofters, and I would wager they're in need of your aid. We will secure this area for as long as we're able. You must see to it that Akdreda and his company do not fall to the Uruks at his location. Ride now with haste. But before we ride with haste, I am super reforging.
Yeah, we'll ride with haste in a minute.
In just a second, Boss Man needs to reforge.
I'm getting
literally
coffee with
all,
haste.
so- Coffee with haste. Awesome. Done and ready. We'll wait till Galt is back from coffee.
Since we're going on a
Oh.
journey, he's preparing the offering for Papa Legba.
To those watching Zin's stream, thank you. That's a high compliment. Much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying it.
What now?
Someone made me a nice compliment on
Oh,
Bosa's
good.
stream for
Well, they should.
the voicing over.
I
Compliment
have returned.
the voiceover.
Oh. Do people like... Do people actually watch your stream?
No, no.
He's such a meanie. Yes, I
You're
think
so
I
Yeah,
do.
tactful.
that's pretty.
That was harsh, dude.
I wasn't trying to be mean. I'm just surprised. Like, I know he was streaming and I wasn't trying to be mean. I'm just, surprised. Nothing against Ebozel, obviously, but,
But
Yeah,
I
we
think
just suck so much. Why would anyone watch us?
that's an
Yeah.
acknowledgement that it's hard to get viewers, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
even-
Yeah.
I know. It was just funny as hell.
yeah. So we're heading to Akdreda's farm. Akdreda is not a farmer.
Go for the kill.
Look out for the
Survival
scarecrow.
of the fastest, yo.
Okay, we've just trampled this poor guy to death, and he's dead, so we can't continue our quest anymore.
Well, we've been trampling
You
their
have lost
crops
the
this whole time. You know, never mind
Yeah.
breaking down their barricades.
It's part of the whole salt the earth as we run strategy. No.
It's the scorched earth.
Right, yeah, that's it.
It's peaceful.
So
Oh,
this is
timed.
Dreda, yeah, okay, but it's not going to take nearly as much time as you think. So he says,
brings you
it's good
to
to see a
these
friendly
lands?
face. Come to aid us. Some of my company has already fallen. These Uruks do not have the skill to match us on horseback, yet their numbers make them a frightening and unpredictable foe. And there are still more Uruk reinforcements on the way. At the present hour, we have managed to protect many of these crofters, but if we do not repel these Uruk-hai with haste, there will be sure to be more casualties. Defeat as many as you're able before the farms are overcome. At least 2 raiders and 2 skirmishers. Really, just 4 Uruks? 4 Uruks. We can handle that. It sounded much more urgent than like 4, you know, freaking 400.
Guys, they're fighting with pitchforks. 4's a lot.
So completed in time.
Oh, there's mounted
No.
enemies advanced for me.
Yay!
We're back. Yeah, that's cool.
I might be bringing some friends.
I know I'm cutting them down. But as you run back, I killed like 4.
Where'd you guys go?
Right back to Octrada.
Well, and I was with you.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
And he says, our foes are no match for your skills. A worthy effort. Not a moment too soon, might I add. In the distance I spy more Uruks riding toward us. I had best remain here, then brace for another assault. You must rally to Thane Elfmar. Hear what plan my Thane has devised for the defense of our homes, and help him see that it is carried out. So we're going right back to the meat hall.
I like mead.
I like that we always
I
have a reason to go to the meat
Do
hall.
not.
You don't like mead?
No. To use a quote from one of my favorite books, it tastes like diabetics' piss.
Must be a book of poetry.
No. Oh, did y'all not really recognize that quote? It's from American Gods. Great
read it.
book. You should definitely consider reading it. By Neil Gaiman. Who's one of my favorite authors.
They made a show out of it for a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah.
And here back to Elfmar.
Thank you for your help.
Defenses at the outer farms will hold, but they will not hold forever without support. The Elf Order are ready to ride, to protect the crofters, but make Faldom what it is. The enemy approaches. Rest not, my friends. We have precious need of your abilities.
I need your help. If you can aid
Defense of Faldom is next. The task set before us may be the most important challenge that the Elf Order will ever encounter. We ride now to meet our destiny, perhaps for the final time. We must not let the defenses of Faldom fall, or all will be lost to us.
I like that title.
Yeah?
Wayfarer
Nice
of the
title.
Plains.
3 people.
Nice.
3 mats.
3? Okay, so let's take Galt and Sophie and Bosol, and then Bazan and Golan. So I'll break the... Prepare yourselves. United we shall face our enemies. And travel now.
I mean, not quite united.
Thane Elfmar has
Only 3 of you at a
rallied the
time.
Elf
Mostly
Lords
united.
for coming assault
Yeah.
against Foldham, hoping to
There's only 3
repel
seats in the
the
ride, that's all I can
assembled
do.
right-hand force.
I always view this as us all being put at different points in whatever's going on.
There you go.
That's sensible.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
See, there's that Hobbit
Enemy
sense again.
forces have reached...
You
Yes.
did very well.
They've reached the threshold of Foldham. The Elford have taken up positions around the perimeter to defend our borders, but they will need your assistance. I expect the first waves to come from the north. Ride with me as we watch the northern borders. Take courage and fight well. You might want to get on your horse, little dwarf.
Yeah, that might.
Oops. That was me.
Can you mark him, Gold?
I like this track.
Yeah, this is nice music.
So he's really just kind of gonna ride around, and we're gonna kill stuff
He's our
really
tour
fast.
guide.
Yep.
He needs to ride faster.
I don't think he has gallop on his horse.
No, he's kind of at a trot, isn't he?
Or maybe
And
he has the heavy steed.
Now he's taken off, though.
Are the heavy steeds slower?
Yes.
Yeah, they maxed out at like 9.5 or something, right?
You have encountered an invisible wall. I don't know where you guys are, but he's saying to us, ready your weapon. Another surge of invaders. And they're dying really fast.
We're slightly ahead of you.
I love how my pine cones are now heat-seeking missiles.
Yeah, you can throw them behind you. Every direction.
He's ringed.
Let's wait for them to catch up.
Loremaster is not terrible mounted. So far I'm having, probably of the three that I've tried, I'm having the most fun of the Clothies with the Loremaster.
Yeah.
Okay, so he says, the bands of enemies hesitate. Let us speak for a moment. And he's got a ring? Same place, you guys?
Thank you for your help.
The initial surge of riders has been dealt with. I will be able to hold the northeast edge on my own. Northwolf was protecting the perimeter of the farms a short distance from the south. I would ask that you see to his success there. Okay, so it's really easy to miss him, Northwolf. Basically ride due south, and you'll see his ring along the road near one of the crofts.
We got him.
Cool.
Hello, Notwolf.
Time is short. So is hope.
Hello, little hobbit. I see you're one of the Elfward now. Elfmar holds the east? Then we must defend the other borders. Will you ride out to meet the enemy at my side? Northwolf is prepared to defend the southern border.
So is hope.
I'm pleased to have you along with me. Let us show these invaders the merit of the Elfward, and ride with him. Click continue. The enemy war leaders have sent a pack of riders to approach from the south. We must stop them.
I mean, he's drunk.
He says, zigzagging to the east. Yeah, the enemy riders rally ahead of us. To the east, not the south. Something. I had so much mead this morning, my goodness.
He was worried about the narrow battlefield.
We are fortunate the Ninkai Orcs have been unable to interfere with our defense. Look forward. They're trying to break through our defenses.
I don't think they're gonna win.
This
We're
is fun
fighting
trying
right
to follow
outside.
these guys.
Yeah.
Alright, wait for Boz.
Brace yourself. What's that, sir?
Oh, he's got a ring, so I said just wait for you. What?
We're almost there. He says, hold and speak with me for a moment.
Hey, he took on my horse!
Did he dismount you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The enemies do have dismount skills. They sometimes a small percentage to immediately dismount you. And let's see. Nothwolf says, and then he got shinged for his trouble, didn't he? We still hold the southern edge intact. The enemy shall not penetrate from this side while I remain vigilant. The enemy will try to find another way around our defenses. Oseen will need your aid to the west, while I remain behind to watch the flank. Let's head to the west.
No, Oseen comes up to you.
Eocene showed up.
Oh, no, Oseen is showing up to us. Never mind. Here's Oseen.
Okay.
That
He
seems
doesn't
a
have a
little
ring. Oh,
buggy.
there's his
There he
ring.
is.
No, it just waits for the other guy to run off. Not Wolf.
Speaking to Oseen. To the west, I spotted several bands of orcs, headed towards Foldham. They seem to be pressing from every rank and every flank. I came at once. I require your aid if we're to dispose the attacking foes. Onward.
2 waffles.
Waffles ho!
Waffles.
One of the best of all breakfast foods.
For Twickenberg!
No.
I think waffles are best served at 4 in the morning. Sometimes 3.
Not for Twickenberg.
No.
Fort Wickenburg!
2 a.m. after a good bender's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
about where I was going. Waffles
At
for
Waffle
sunrise.
House.
I miss Waffle House.
Stop talking about waffles. More invaders are in our path.
Did they not have one in Gainesville?
No, I can't eat there. Everything is touched by dairy.
Oh, were you lactose intolerant or something?
I'm everything dairy intolerant. I'm allergic
Dairy
to the casein.
and sugar.
Yeah, I'm allergic to the proteins
Oh.
and the sugars in dairy. It's
That
just
sucks.
toxic to me.
Speak to Langfirth. Oh, there's more enemies here.
But we're at the same place. He says, well done. Speak to Longfreath outside the mead hall and see what aid he needs. But there are more enemies. And then we'll go to outside the mead hall after we kill these misses.
Whoa.
Sophie, come back.
And Longfreath is actually
Bozo's
just
dancing
outside
on his horse.
by the barricade.
This is not... All I did was click on Langfirth and I got into some sort of dizzy loop here.
Weird.
Oh my god. guys. Horna, Nona, and Horn are still there, and they still have the rings above their heads,
Yeah, they were
even
no...
in the instance.
They were no help.
That's funny.
Well, Horn and Nona are
Alright,
like,
let's
you know, they're all doe-eyed, Twitter-pated towards each other, right? So they're going to be no help. And
Yeah, they're busy
Twitter-pated?
see. I love that you said Twitter-pated. That's amazing.
What-
Yes.
What is Twitter-pated?
Twitter-pated.
You've never seen Bambi?
yeah, Bambi.
I have, but
Okay,
not since
your
I was a
homework this
child.
week on Gullen is to watch Bambi.
I have
You'll
seen it
understand
before, but not
Twitter-pated.
not since I was a child.
Okay, do you want the spoiler, by the
Last
way?
week?
Mr. Spoiler Alert?
Yeah.
You said it. I thought it, dude.
Bambi's mom dies at the end. Well, not at the very
I
end.
know, because I've seen the movie.
I'm just fucking with you.
I've seen the movie.
I'm being a doofus. Okay. Back to real serious business here with Longfreath. He says, exceptional work at the borders easily lost. Few orcs have made it this far into the village. I noticed a few of the invaders shouting about their war chieftains, commanding from just north of the mead hall. Defeat this Urbha and this Botglim, and throw the attacking force into chaos. What kind of a name is Botglim anyway?
In like
I wonder if
north,
his butt glimmers.
north above the city, or
Oh my
inside the
God.
gates?
He ate some glitter.
just north outside the gates is where my
Yeah, I see
alts
'em.
found them.
I see him.
So, what does Twitter page mean, though?
In love.
Goofy in love.
Yeah, springtime energy.
I got you.
Yeah, goofy in love, exactly. Good way to put it.
Guys,
Got some morale. Bot glim.
this guy's dead.
There's Orbar.
His butt will no longer glimmer. You're welcome.
How would they know? do the Roham generally have a looking at orc buds?
I do not go into the practices of other beings and their butts unless
If you
they
look
make
at
an
horse
animal.
ass all day long, orc ass is not a big stretch.
Wow.
Well, it's smaller.
This is.
Thank you for your help.
Here's Elfmar. He says, I can't believe you're really talking about the asses of horses at a time like this. The invading forces are in utter disarray. The loss of their leaders has caused great chaos, resulting in many of their riders and infantry retreating back north towards Elthengels. The Elford continue to drive back those intent on pursuing the assault, but I believe we have saved the village and its people. The forces have been routed. I will gather up the others when the last enemy has been driven back. Then we can discuss matters when all is quiet again.
That was the biggest invasion they'll ever face.
Like 12 guys on horses. And I will
Should I
reform us.
disband?
Yeah.
Okay, we're disbanded.
Thank you, sir. And the defense of Faldham.
Thank you for your help.
Victory for the Elf Ward. The people of Faldham will continue to live and prosper free from the tyranny of the White Hand Uruks and their cruel master. We owe our success today to your brave deeds easily lost. Know always that you're welcome among my people, and that we are honored to count you among our allies. I name you Wayfarers of the Plains.
Does that mean we're allowed to go back and forth now the same way we've always been doing?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
And the follow-up is to Eoworth. My friends, rumor has come to my ear of troubles in the Entwash Vale. The riding of Reeve Ingbert of the House of Leothon. It is said that goblins and orcs out of the Misty Mountains have descended upon the riding and are preparing to lay siege upon Eoworth. If you wish to be of aid to the Easternnet, journey west to Eoworth and offer your services to Reeve Ingbert. I'm sure that he'll be grateful for the assistance. The people of Faldham must carry on under their own defenses, but we will not forget your aid.
That's Horn's dad.
It is Horn's dad. I'm sure we're going to hear about that. If you'll recall, Horn was banished to Stangard, which is a place for Rohirrim criminals to work off their sentences. Right? And he actually hasn't finished working off his sentence, so he's technically back in Rohan illegally. So this may be about to come to a head.
Or maybe a foot.
Or maybe a foot. Let's speak to Horn first.
Here?
I thought we might need to go to Eoworth. It is my home.
Tails involved.
He says, I thought we might need to go to Eoworth. It is my home, but I've not been there to stay in several years. I returned briefly for a few days after Theoden King ordered me to Stangard and before I left Rohan. My father was pleased to see me go, I think. His name is Ingbert. He's the Reeve of the Entwash Vale. He trained both Prince Theodred and Eomer when they were young. He trained me as well, but I did not impress him as much as they did. He is a hard man. I hope my family troubles will not distress you. Nona? Well, he will not think much of Nona. I will follow your lead at Eoworth. I do not want my family to cause any trouble for you or our companions.
Oh boy.
And it sounds like he's
Things
trying to
are
avoid
getting
trouble.
tense.
Oh yeah.
I do not understand why Harn is reluctant to return to his home. Or perhaps I do.
I do not understand why Harn is reluctant to return to his home. If I were to return to Launuk now, I would be glad to see Suvul. I would introduce him to Corridon and to Horn. Nona falls silent for a moment. Perhaps I see why Horn is not eager to see his home again. And Corridon.
Eoworth sits very near to Fangorn. I would like to see that forest, if we may.
Eoworth sits on cliffs at the bend of the Entwash to the north. Were we to follow the river past the city, we would eventually arrive at the forest of Fangorn. I've heard tales of Fangorn that make me most curious to see it, but to hear Horn speak of it, I cannot imagine he will want us to get any closer to it than Eoworth.
Can I take a quick reforge?
Of course you may.
I need a quick.
Just one item.
I'm on follow.
Welcome, my friend.
You AFK in there for a second? Yeah, sure.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Anyone in need of Third Age allies? Besides Honeypaw. Crickets.
So like one of the random drops I got, it's just a purple weapon, is Hammer of the Goblin Wars. It's a pretty awesome name for a hammer.
How's the cosmetic on it?
Oh god, you're gonna ask me to link it, which I can never remember how to do.
Just drag it into the chat window.
You have to rediscover
Yeah.
it every time.
It's not that great. I just like the name.
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim. Your aid is welcome, friend. Welcome, my
I'm all set if you guys are waiting on me.
I'm almost done.
Kate is AFK. You may be on follow, so we could. Well, she's on foot.
These lands are not to be traveled lightly.
Not much. But we are fully on to Eoworth. So how are
done.
people doing on... Go ahead.
I'm done.
Doing
How are people
on-
doing on steed points?
What is the max level?
80.
I don't know.
It's 80.
80?
Yeah.
Does it go up as our cap goes up? I think at some point in Gondor they released more steed points, didn't they? Or do we just have access to all of them now?
Access to all of them, but I think it's I do think it's 80.
80 points or 80 levels? Because we're only level 37, but I have 56 points.
I forget.
Yeah, I'm level 35 with 54 points right now, so that's right in line.
If you want me to look, I can go look on one of my other characters who is maxed.
Nah, not necessary. I was just asking
How
to
many
make
are you at?
conversation.
I'm at 56 points.
No, I'm at 54. It's not too far behind.
Yeah, I'm at 54 as well. Level 35.
I'm VIP, so the welcome back weekends affect me and mounted XP, so that's probably why I'm ahead.
I'm still VIP as well.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I just haven't been
You're
playing
just-
much during
you're
the
just
week.
slacking.
I'm slacking.
I'm back.
I don't do task either. Have you been doing task?
Not here. The reason I'm not doing it is because we get to height bold eventually, which gives us all the rep we need, the ability to get the rep we need. And I've already maxed out tasks, like Hotshot and Eager Beaver and stuff like that.
I am back.
Welcome back. You are AFK tagged.
Oh.
I've been doing
Cool.
them when I remember, which is not often.
I resemble
So
that remark.
let's make sure we get an explore point while we're here. That's what we're doing next.
Man, they stick to you like glue.
Elite Veil Archer.
Here's the Croft Watch.
We saw an elite. We had to kill it.
Oh, an elite. Did you kill it? Yay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that was the Croft Watch. Explore the Croft Watch.
The Croft Watch is rumored to be the fairest and most scenic place in the Setcrofts. But it's nighttime, so we don't know that. Because it looks down on Snowborn over there? Is that Snowborn?
I think it is.
The Garsfeld.
Oh, Garsfeld, yeah.
So this is new territory. You can see the Norcrofts off to the east.
Can you mark yourself, Buzz? Dunk.
There's some kind of warband nearby. Let's go get it. Dahl. Across an Urukai warband.
Elite Master?
Does he travel with
No.
the chapatis?
Does he travel with the Japatis?
The what?
It's a type of Indian flatbread. Dal is a type of lentil soup. And it's spelled the same
Oh.
way, D-A-L.
I
It's
gotcha.
actually quite
This Urkai captain is tougher than Dahl was, I think. That was him.
I still have defeat Dahl as
Yeah,
there he is right there.
that was still not.
Oh no, there he is. Oh, he was our ally.
No, I
You
didn't.
charmed him.
I didn't charge him.
Oh, you didn't?
He was hiding, I think.
He ran off.
I actually got to use all my debuffs against him, so that was nice.
cool.
Sweet. There, starting on Entwash Vale. Rep. And off we go.
Squirrel.
I tried to take it out. Well,
Squirrel stew.
I think I see the walls of Aelworth in the distance. Never knew what hit him.
Is that the
Take
ghost?
careful note of this man.
Wow, it's suddenly very bright now.
We'll be back to this
That was
man,
weird.
Kriba. What was weird?
The brightness
That it's
increased.
suddenly bright now, even though it's nighttime.
That is weird.
It's because of creep.
It's because of greed.
He's working for Sorry Man. He's cast unholy light on.
Here is Horn.
We are here.
Well, we are here. I did not hurry to see home again. But now that I have it, fills me with sorrow.
No point in delaying further.
Okay, chapter 12, Homecoming. No point in delaying any further. Let's go see my father, see what he has to say. If we are lucky, his people have seen some sign of the Uruks. If we are not, he will not be pleased at my return.
got a map to
Map to where?
Father Ingbert would be in his mead hall. Unless he's greatly changed. I suspect he has not. I'm sorry, what?
I got a map to Grimbold's camp. I'm wondering what I get that
That's
from.
just a random landscape drop. You could sell it for a few
Oh, is
gold on the auction hall if you want, yeah. Yep. Here's the
Hey, I
stable
found the
master.
stable dude.
Excellent.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
The 4 riders are here.
Do they have quests?
I mean, their horses are here, so they're here.
They're over here. And they do not have quests yet.
They do not have quests, but here they are.
Should we stone here?
Yep.
Where's the
It's this tower here.
That's how it's gonna be throughout all of Rohan. Except in Edoras, where it's a giant fountain.
Yeah, it's there. There's one, is it Stongard?
Yeah, Stongard had a huge fountain.
There's one other place where it was a...
There's a guy out here to talk to.
Well, we'll talk to Reeve Ingbert first, and then we'll talk to the guy outside.
No, this is the
This
guy
is
that... That, you know, he's gonna tell you to talk to Reeve Ingbert.
Where is he?
It's who
What are you
you're
talking
actually
about?
supposed to talk to.
He's on the
Who are you talking about?
he's on the doorstep.
This guy right here. Like,
the-
right in...
Oh, yep, I just walked right past him. I didn't see him behind the cover. Adelmode,
What
here he
brings
is.
you to these lands?
He says there's much to be done. Prepare for the siege. Hold there, strangers, you come at a dire time. And the doors of the meat hall are closed.
After we've already walked in.
No, we just went right in.
Our success depends upon our
A
strength.
house in turmoil.
Will you aid us?
You come from Foldham, seeking an audience with Reeve Ingbert. You've come at an inopportune time. Dark days are upon us, and the Reeve is wary of strangers. As well, he is closeted in discussion with his son, Lord Ingmar. We expect to fall under siege by orcs any time, and they debate the best strategy to deal with them. If you desire to help, and perhaps prove your friendship to Aerworth, you may put your talents to use, aiding with our siege preparations. Many of our guards are overtasked and in need of assistance.
Alright, now we can talk to Reeve Ingbert.
He's like, hold up, I said the call was never mind, I'm not paid enough for this.
I was just checking to see if it was maybe closed off afterwards.
We get special
Death
dispensation.
from above!
Horn has a brother.
Yeah.
Okay, Book 8, Chapter 12, Homecoming.
your home.
You are new here in Ventures. You've come far from your homes, and in company of peculiar friends. An elf? A girl from the tribes of Dunland? What makes you think these could travel across the plains of Rohan? Or into proud Aerworth? No, give me no excuses. I know why you feel you have the right. My son Horn gave you permission, as if he can speak for my lands. The last I knew, he was banished beyond the ridings of Rohan, to Stangard on the great river far away. Has Theoden King relented of his command? Or, as I find more likely, has Horn simply flouted the king's command? I will not have it be said that Ingbert, Reeve of the Entwash Vale, lacks the courtesies of hospitality. My steward Leowulf will prepare a meager feast for you. Speak to him while I speak to my son in private. My disapproval is not meant for the ears of strangers.
I will show you to a comfortable room while the feast is prepared.
Are we traveling?
Yep, Leowulf says, I will show you to a comfortable room while the feast is prepared.
Solo.
Solo, though. All by our lonesomes.
I will show you to a comfortable room while the feast is prepared. I have
Less
been too
lonesome
long
for
away
me.
from home, but what welcome awaits me now?
We're at feast, and Corridon has something to say. I know the Reeve promised a meager feast, but this seemed like a bounty to me. Aerworth is besieged by troubles, as are the other villages we have visited in the Easternnet, but still its lord and his guests eat well. Thank you for the hospitality, Reeve Ingbert. The food was delicious. You are very welcome, Corridon. I was not certain that elves could eat the food of my people. They are not as different from us as we thought, Father. None of my companions are. I did not ask for your opinion, Horn. When Theoden King sent you away, he did not send you far enough. Father! It is nothing, Ingith. Do not trouble yourself. No, I will not allow him to be rude to you, my brother. In my own hall, I will speak as I wish. To my home, he brings a wild woman? A blood foe of his own people? Do you desire battle? I will give it to you, old man. She threatens
You tell
me.
him, Nona.
Nona, no! Oh, no! Oh, dear. Father, listen to me. Nona is my boon companion. She's a mighty warrior, and... I think that may be enough for now, Horn. Respect your father's walls. The elf is wiser than you, Horn. He knows when to speak, and when not to speak. Must each of my sons be so quick of temper? The four of you have traveled far. Did you hear any news of my beloved? They are tired from their journey, my daughter. They surely need rest. Who is your beloved?
Quiet. Shh, quiet.
I'm betrothed to Theodred, the Prince of Rohan. When he returns from his duties, we'll be married. I think they are ready to retire to their beds, Ingith. We need not speak of this now. Well, Aisley Lost met with the Prince at the Fords of Eisen not long ago. Oh? What can you tell me of him? Did he look well?
God damn it, Nona.
Dead.
Horn interrupts before you can speak to Ingith.
Thanks, Horn.
Yes, that is enough. We will speak of the Prince later. No need for that talk now. Reevingbert thumps the table with his fist. Thump! There's another matter of which to speak. A very serious matter indeed.
Wow, did she not know?
You are my
No,
son,
she doesn't.
Horn, but you had a term of service to carry out in Starngard, and you have not completed it. You are here against the will of Theoden King. Father, I do not want to cause trouble for you, or for the people of Eowyn. My song for the king may have been ill-conceived, but there was truth in it. He has been influenced by Grima Wormtongue. If only he had the strength to resist. My loyalty is to the king at all times. I would not hear these treasons. Leowulf, the feast is over. See to the removal of the table and chairs. Yes, my lord.
Right. So that was awkward.
Poor
Dr.
Ingith.
Dr. Reevingbert first. We will speak later, adventurer, but I thank you for holding your tongue. I have kept the sad tidings from the Ford of Eisen from my daughter until now. She is not yet ready to hear them. Dr. Ingith. I'd like to apologize for my father's words. He speaks harshly, because the troubles of the Entbush Vale weigh heavily upon him, and he cares so much about his people. He wants to do what is right, but he worries it's not enough. If only the will of the king were not so confused. It is hard to know what's best for Rohan. Ha! You listen to me. I'm no shield maiden. What would Prince Theodred say if he could hear me talk this way?
Well, about time for me to go to bed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over here really quick. Bye.
Yeah. Excuse me. And then to Nona. Nona looks at you darkly. Why did I come to this place, my friend? My journey with you is to be one of vengeance and victory. And instead, I encountered a complicated web of distrust and confusion.
What the hell is Nona?
Nona lowers her voice and speaks to you in a harsh whisper. She's near the exit to the meat hall.
Diagonal to Ingith.
Turn right directly around and walk the opposite way. Turn left. No, turn left. Left. Past the fire.
There she is.
Yep.
Thank you.
Nona lowers her voice and speaks to you in a harsh whisper. That guard does not know her beloved is dead, and none here wish her to know. Is that because they fear the truth would kill her, that the grief would be too much for her to bear? She should take the sadness and turn it to anger, and wield a sword against the orcs that slew her love. That is what I have done, in memory of Wadu, and what I would do to avenge my love. To avenge... Nona halts suddenly, out of breath. But his people and mine are enemies. It is wrong to feel this way. You heard that old man. He'll never accept that Nona, daughter of Suvil, could be anything but a foe. Has my fondness for Horn changed me? Has it made me weaker, more unsuspecting? Why can I no longer bring myself to hate the Horse Lords in the same way they hate my people? I do not want to die in an ambush, as my brother did, but I fear I've been blinded. My heart has done it. I need some time to think. And out she goes. Dr. Horn inside the mead hall, who's back past the fire near Reevingbert by the table.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could use some air. Let us walk outside for a short while, my friend. So what did you make of my father? That went about
He's
as
an
well
ass.
as I expected. No, it actually went
He's a
better.
bit of a dick.
Our last meeting before I left for Starngard was an icy one. My time away seems to have thawed him somewhat, if only slightly. I hadn't thought to keep Prince Theodred's death from my sister Ingith until it became clear my father had not told her. But I think it is best this way. She was very much in love with him, and his loss, well, it will not be an easy thing. Look at this place. Trust me when I tell you it was not always like this. Many of the guards have turned to drink for solace against the great number of raiding orcs. There are not many children left in Aerworth, but those that remain are afraid. Everything has changed. When I was young, these buildings seemed to me to be enormous. Now they seem so small and so ramshackle. I sang for years of the glory of Rohan. Was any of it true? No, you're right, my friend. I'm being unfair. Aerworth has suffered greatly at the hands of orcs, and it is to regain the glory of Rohan that its people fight. Horn shakes his head to clear it. Yes, my songs were not lies. Rohan was great and will be again. It's just I've become fond of Nona, and I wanted my family to accept her for the same reasons I have, and I wanted her to feel less out of place here. I did not think she would have as much trouble fitting in here in Aerworth, though perhaps I should have known better. Neither of us belong in Rohan, it seems. She and I are both outcasts. It does not seem to bother her the way it bothers me. Perhaps she can help me to come to accept it. Thank you for the walk. The fresh air has done me some good.
You're a good egg.
Let us return to the mead hall, my friend. Relaxing with you and Cordon and Nona in time of peace is more homelike now than anything Aerworth can provide me.
Did he just say Horn was a good egg?
Yep. He's a good egg.
We have many quests here in Aerworth now.
Yep.
Starting with Botulf, who is right in front of us. This is madness! Orcs ravage our walls, burn our homes, and prepare to lay siege to the city, and our reeve does nothing. Ah, I must beg your pardon, strangers. I'm frustrated by the apparent inaction of reaving, but forsooth, King Theoden King is to blame. The king has declared we are not to hunt orcs within our own borders, and so the orcs hunt us. Many here have lost their homes and all they own, and others fear the same will happen to them. Perhaps you could go to the people of Aerworth and reassure them that our city will stand strong? Let's reassure Ermenred.
So is hope.
I have friends who have lost everything. The south walls lie in ruins, yet you say we're not to be afraid. I am Rohirrim, so I'll fight for my home, but will Reeve Ingbert do nothing to avert the attacks of the orcs?
Our mission is dire.
We are Rohirrim. We will not cower in the face of defeat. We will continue. And we have another quest with Goldwine.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Preparing for the siege. Adelmold sent you, did he? Good enough. As you've heard, I'm sure, orcs out of the Misty Mountains are preparing to lay siege upon Aerworth. In preparation, I have a task for you. I need you to go out into the Vale and collect some materials for me. We will need arms and armor to spare, but for that we will need materials to forge with. You can mine ore in the cliffs of the Vale. Wood can be found in the marshes to the north. When you've gathered the materials, return here to me. Also, we have to go back again and talk to Ingbert in the mead hall. So
Oh, do we?
we do.
Yeah.
I know. He's full of sweetness and light.
I think he's full of neither of those things.
I
Full of
thank
something.
you for your discretion.
He's full of mead.
I
Hissing
think
vinegar?
it's shit.
Yeah, tend to agree.
I thank you for your discretion, adventurers. Many a maid has
Done.
cast herself into the torrent of the Entwash when learning of her unrequited love. I'm not yet ready for Ingeth to learn of her betrothed's death. Ingbert sizes you all up appraisingly. I was blinded earlier. You are not the stripling for which I mistook you. My displeasure with Horn does not extend to you. You are welcome to come and go within the Entwash Vale, if you're a friend to her people. The Uruks you seek passed north of Eoworth not long ago, and shortly afterward Eomer, the third marshal of the Riddermark, rode after them. I'm expecting him back any day now. Halfling, not stripling.
Oh,
Eomer, the
gosh.
third marshal of the Riddermark, passed Eoworth not long ago. He was hunting the same Uruks you seek. They are likely dead by now, and he should be back shortly. So we're introducing another major character from the epic.
That was that just Blue Feather text? Because I didn't see another quest.
Yeah, that was Blue Feather.
Okay.
That was Blue Feather. And
I
here's
cannot find
Corridon,
Mona.
who has something to say
It is
about it
as
all.
if she just vanished.
I bet.
You tell Corridon that Ingbert believes the Uruks you seek have likely been slain. We will not know for certain until we find them ourselves, my friend, but we cannot leave yet. I have looked all around Eoworth, but I cannot find Nona. It is as if she just vanished.
Horn has gone looking for her, but when he last came this way, he had found nothing.
Those are rewards. Last Breeks. Strang Breeks. Dome Breeks. Breeks is Rohirrim for britches.
The Ghost Vanishes, Book 8, Chapter 13. Horn has gone looking for her, but when he last came this way, he had found nothing yet. Did she tell you anything that might give us an idea of where she has gone? Or do you think she has fallen into trouble of some kind? The men of Rohan do not look kindly upon her people. You should ask the people of Eoworth if they have seen her, and I will do the same.
I think she left.
I do not know if they would tell me anything, but we cannot let her disappearance go without an investigation, can we? Horn is distraught, as you might expect him to be. He has grown fond of our fiery companion. You do not need elf eyes to have seen it.
No,
I have
you
different
really
text.
don't. Oh, what does it
I have
say?
different text.
Okay, what does it say?
He says he
You
had
may read
grown
it.
fond
Yep.
of our fiery companion. And then he says, you possess the eyes of the elves as I do, but you could have seen that without them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Ash falling from the sky from the siege. And here
That's
is
nice.
Mala.
Greetings,
I am
friend
reassured.
Rohirrim.
You speak truly. My house yet stands, burdened though it be. We shall persevere.
He's not as small as you, though, Sophie.
And here is Wulfaru.
Go team.
We keep safe these lands.
You come to give me
but
comfort.
For how long?
My home stands, but barely, and all I own is lost. Your comfort is too little, too late.
What is this their
We may
home?
need a pee break.
This pile of timbers?
Yeah, it's almost our break time anyway, so we'll talk around to a few more people, and then we'll take our break anyway. Etheric. My wife, my
Welcome, my
children,
friend.
they are safe. That is all I desire. Ingbert shall see that Eoworth stands.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Gone, it is all gone, yet my family is safe. There is some consolation in that. I think we want to go up in this tower.
Oh, there's a tower there. Yes, yes.
Also, Squeaky Dog
I
Toy.
have not seen it unlending
And this is Penhelm. This is Book 8, Chapter 13, The Ghost Vanishes. There is a man out by the cliffs. It may be Horn, but I cannot see his features from here. I have not seen the Dunlending girl anywhere. Back inside.
You mean outside?
But
Well,
back
you go
inside the
inside
town.
the town.
Here's Sidgar.
I've not seen the Dunlending, but Horn has gone
I've
out
not
to
seen the
cliffs.
Dunlending, but Horn has gone out to the cliffs. He seemed upset about something.
She's at.
She is gone.
Poor Horn.
She's really
gone.
gone.
She's really gone. Horn holds Nona's sword in his hands and seems to see nothing but the lonely weapon. I found it here on the stones, but why would she leave it? You peer out over the edge to the rushing river that has cruelly claimed so many maidens before their times, and Horn follows your gaze with his eyes. No, she did not jump into the Antwash. I do not believe it. She left us for some reason, and she left this sword here so I would find it. But why leave us? Why leave me? He clenches one fist. I will take her brother's sword, and I will keep it for her until she returns. She will return. I will not wield Wadu's blade, but I will hold on to it for Nona. Tell Corridon that Nona has left us, but that she will return. Her path simply does not follow ours for the moment. And we have some feather text. Why do you think she left? I do not know. We spoke after the feast, of course, and I believed she was beginning to feel about me the same way I feel about... Well, it does not matter for now. I believe she will return. I have to believe that. It is cruel to leave without saying farewell. Easier, though.
Easier.
You will not wield Wadu's sword? She did not want a man of Rohan to wield it, though it be a Rohirric blade. I will keep it safe for her. But I did not journey with her, and you, and Corridon, to obtain a new weapon. I hope she knows that. I think she does. She will be all right, Horn. I know she will. I'm not worried for her safety. I'm worried because I became used to having her around. I will miss her fiery spirit, her thinly veiled barbs about these lands and my people. Well, perhaps I will not miss those as much after all, but I will miss hearing her give voice to them. Nona was not one of my people, but she had become a dearest friend, and I miss her already. Listen to me. I'll be writing a song before you know it. I'll do my best to refrain, for your sake and for Corridon's. We must focus.
Keep going across the border.
I'm on the west bank, I'm on the east bank. I'm on the west bank, I'm on the east bank.
Yeah.
Kissing the night away.
Okay, one more for Corridon, and then we're going to take our
Nona
break.
will return in time, but I do not know when.
You tell Corridon what transpired on the cliffs, and he smiles grimly. That is what I thought. Nona is indeed fine, and will return to us when she's resolved a few things in her mind. I know now why she has left, and why she did not bring her brother's sword with her. For love. You have seen the way the people of Rohan look at her, with fear and with distrust. She is not one of them. Despite Horn's banishment to Starngard, he is still much more of Rohan than she will ever be. So, too, has she seen the danger love can do. What would learning of Prince Theodred's death do to Ingith, his betrothed? Nona grew too fond of Horn, over too quick a time, to lose him to battle and death. Perhaps she left to shield herself from growing even more attached to him. Perhaps she simply needs time to resolve her feelings. I think she will return, but I do not know when. We must be kind to Horn in the meantime. He will feel this loss sharply, I think.
Horn
Oh,
will need to
maybe.
master his grief if we are to continue.
Why are they always so
We
loud?
cannot allow this distraction to steer us away from our true purpose. Nona will
Oh,
return.
it's pretty for a long
I
time.
am certain of it.
Okay, are
Aylmer
we
has
stopping
returned
here?
from his ride north.
We are. Okay. Break till 11:15, and we'll see you guys then.
Okay, back in about 15 minutes or so.
Welcome and well met, my friend. Your aid is welcome, friend. Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim. Your aid is welcome, friend. Welcome, my friend. Your aid is welcome, friend. Welcome, my friend. Your aid is welcome, friend. Welcome and well met, my friend. Your aid is welcome, friend. Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
Hello, my friends.
Hello, hello.
I'm here. I'm just stuffing my face.
Sure, sure.
That's what I was
Back off.
doing.
What? What's going on?
Just welcoming people back. We have... Welcome back, James. Seapostal is here. And we have Coridon. Book 9, Chapter 1. Ooh, we're in a new book. We finished Book 8. Book 9, Chapter 1, Eomer. As reading, but promised. Eomer has returned from his ride north. He is outside the mead hall. Introduce yourselves, and see what he knows of the orcs we pursued.
Eomer has returned from his ride north.
Eomer is the nephew of King Theoden. He should be outside the mead hall with some of his men. Speak with him about the orcs we pursued. Sorry, a little repetitive there.
I'm pleased to make your
What
acquaintance.
does Eothane have before we speak to Eomer? Let's see. Why don't we speak to Eomer first, then I'll read Eothane's.
I am pleased to make your acquaintance, my friend.
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance, my friends. Of Bazadur, he says, I'll let others read the second line because it's probably different per race. Of Baz, he says, you are the second dwarf I've met in the mark in as many days, and the occasion seems not as rare as it did before. I will be less surprised by a third or a fourth. So what does he have to say to some of the other races that he meets here?
So I'll do hobbits.
He
says.
Hang on, let's have James. Yep, James, and then Angolan. Yep.
And I am not wrong in my guess that you are of the race of halflings called hobbits. Aemir laughs at your surprise. Yours is the second party I've encountered who sought the Uruks, and it was they who told me of hobbits. And then it kind of merges into yours.
And
says
Angolan,
the
does he say
same.
for elves? Yep.
He says the same thing except a switch dwarf for elf.
Second elf he's met in the mark in as many days, so forth. Does he say anything interesting for men?
Not really. I says, yours is the second party I encountered who sought the Uruks. And you say, and to you I said before, the Uruks have been destroyed, and I saw no sign of the other living thing at the site. The news brought great sadness to the three we encountered.
Yeah, I think that's the same for everybody. Cool. So we'll go on from there. Thanks, guys. He says, the man was Aragorn, son of Arathorn. His companions were a dwarf like your leader, Gimli Glóin's son, and an elf like your lawmaster, called Legolas. Though the elf was fairer. Speak to my man Eothane, if you would like to hear more of these travelers, or their prey.
Oh, wait, he has more. So he says, you're not one of the halflings they sought, are you? A shame, they were distraught at their loss.
Okay.
And now we can do the various blue feathers that are on Eothane. I'm going to read but not advance him, and then I'll read the feathers.
If Eomer, my commander, wishes me to answer your questions, I will do so.
Ask what you will, and hear my answers. Whether they give you joy or sadness is no concern of mine. Tell me about the encounter. They seemed to spring out of the grass, as if from nowhere. Some elvish magic, I thought, and indeed one of them was an elf. A dwarf and a man there were also, but no man of Rohan was he. They hunted orcs in Theoden King's lands, but not at his command. Indeed, even Eomer, my captain, hunts orcs without leave of the king. But he is the king's own kin, and will rule in Rohan some day. These others made bold claims, but I do not know the truth of them. Eomer let them go, that they might seek their lost companions, but only on condition that they return and present themselves to the king at Edoras. This they swore to do. They need haste. What can you tell me of Aragorn? He spoke first as Strider, and to that Eothane says this: what kind of a man hides his true name? Eventually he gave it, and he gave it as Aragorn, son of Arathorn. So too did he claim to be the heir of Isildur, the son of Elendil of Gondor. He wielded artifacts from the distant past, but whether that truly was the sword that was broken, forged again, Eothane cannot say. But it was. What can you tell me of Legolas? An elf he was, as wild a creature as I've seen, seemingly sprung direct from tales told to children. Eomer gifted 2 horses to the travelers, and this elf needed no rein nor saddle. Though Aerod's master was killed in battle, he was not yet ready for a new rider. I've never seen anything like it. Legolas is skilled. What can you tell me of Gimli, my kin? The dwarf is fortunate my Captain Eomer knows the value of mercy. He spoke to the Third Marshal with great rudeness, and could take a lesson in manners from even an orc. Well, where Aragorn is less well-spoken, there might have been one fewer dwarf in the Riddermark. So say you. It sounds about right, says Sophie. What can you tell me of the Uruks? Eomer rode north without the king's leave to hunt these Uruks. Scouts had reported them coming down out of the east wall some days before, and we caught up with them at the very edge of Fangorn. They were thoroughly, utterly destroyed. We saw no sign of the friends Aragorn and his companions sought. I see.
If Aomer, my commander, wishes me to answer your questions, I will do so.
And now we will speak to Aomer. You think I'm dreamy, says Angallen. No Uruks escaped the circle of my riders, but it is possible your friends may have escaped before we closed in. It is a small chance, but it is what Aragorn hoped for, and perhaps his hope was more than hope, and there was truth in it. Éomer makes a wry face. Perhaps. But Éomer's son, put stock in cold steel and sunlight on the plains. Without some unlikely Dwemercraft, I fear the halfling friends Aragorn sought met a sad end. The 3 hunters, however, lived when I left them.
My men caught up with the Uruks just outside the
Book 9, Chapter 2, Ugluk's End. And we're speaking, of course, of now an actual character from the novels, Ugluk Fire Eater, the orc. At the beginning of the Two Towers, who we meet with Merry and Pippin. If some you're reading it right now, aren't you, Rich? Are you in?
Yeah, I haven't advanced it in a while, but yes.
Yeah, if you were at Amon Hen before, you'll come soon to Ugluk when you pick up your reading again. So that's where we are in the storyline. My men caught up with the Uruks just outside the eaves of Fangorn to the northwest. Their leader, a fierce Uruk whose name seemed to be Ugluk, if the panicked words of his fellows can be trusted, dismounted and fought me blade to blade. I proved the better swordsman, to the pride of Éamund, and the shame of whatever disgusting lout claimed to sire Ugluk. Ride to this site, and look for signs of your missing friends, or Aragorn and his 2 companions. If my men and I are still here when you return, you are welcome to ride south with us to Edoras. And his blue feather text is, we destroyed all of the Uruks just outside the eaves of Fangorn to the northwest. Go there and see for yourself. And he says the same. If I'm here when you return, you're welcome to ride with us when we depart. I'm kind of repeating myself. So it goes. Alright, let's stay on foot because we have more preparations, I think, in town to make. So we can take advantage of Soph's Find the Path. And get Fleda.
Stay and
A
speak
child.
with me,
It is a
please.
child. Please, stay and speak with me. I'm quite upset. My friends, Brunstan and Sparling, are quarreling. I'm afraid they'll hurt each other. You all are great warriors. I'm sure they'll listen to you. If you told them to stop fighting, will you come with me? And this is going to
Nobody
be
else does.
a solo quest. Here we go. Oh, thank you, kind one. Let us go at once.
I know not why my friends Sperlin and Brunston are fighting, but someone must stop them. I am afraid they're going to injure more than their friendship. What brings you to these lands?
Oh, you must hurry, kind adventurer. Brunston and Sperling will surely harm each other if they continue fighting. There, see? Can you stop them? Let's talk to Brunston first.
I am tired of the curfew.
Sperling has accused me of stealing the toy sword his father gave me, but I tell you I did not. I'm no dishonorable dog that would steal from his friends. Sperling lent me the sword and I returned it, I swear it. He only blames me because he was not to blame himself for the loss of it.
I hope the orcs go eat
To that
the
Sperling
Ganondorfs.
says, Brunstan is a liar and a thief. My father gave me a wooden practice sword before he went away to fight. I let Brunston play with it, and now it is gone. He swears he returned it to me, but I swear he did not. He's a liar without honor. And to this, the little girl,
I'm not supposed
Gefleda,
to speak with
says,
strangers.
Oh my, I do not know who to believe. I cannot believe that Brunstan would be so dishonorable. And I also do not believe that Sperling would accuse him without cause. Perhaps one of the other children saw something. Would you ask them? Let's start on the left and go to the right. We'll start with Inga.
I am afraid to go out at night.
If Brunston stole Sparling's sword, he should be fed to the orcs. Sparling's gave him the sword before he went away.
Which one was that?
That was
Yeah,
that was Inga?
Not
you,
what Inga
you said left but went right.
Yeah.
Ah, the old head fake.
She's left to right, right? I mean,
No, Dagloff is the one to the
Mine
far
is
right.
Arabic now.
Dogloff said what you just read. So are you... Dogloff is on the right. when
oh,
you're-
weird. No, they're just saying it in order, I guess. So it doesn't matter which one you click, I suppose.
Greetings, friend of the
I guess the
Rohirrim.
second one says, I'm pretty sure I saw someone playing with Sparling's sword down in the southern part of the city, but it was not Brunston. Yeah, they say whatever in whatever order. I'm gonna go randomly to one, and it's gonna say the third
I'm
thing.
not supposed to speak with
I heard and
strangers.
saw nothing. I swear
I'm
it.
afraid to go out at night.
And
Welcome, stranger from afar. I'm afraid to go out at night.
well, like I'm not crazy, right? Facing basically south. Inga is on the left, and Dagloff is on the right, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they're just saying stuff in the order we click them. That's what it's the way the quest is programmed. I have not gone that crazy. Not yet.
Till Wolf is... I clicked him second, and now it's done.
You can just click each of the kids in order, in any order.
No,
you like. It doesn't
Till
matter.
Wolf is the one you need to really read.
Yeah.
Tit Wolf.
Never liked either one of them to begin with.
My
I'm only
parents
here
said
to watch
that
the fight.
strangers might be dangerous. My friends
That's what
Pretty
he
sure I
said.
saw someone
Home from
playing with
war.
Sparling's sword down the southern part of the city, but it was not Brunston.
I think it's random. We just need to get to the one that says, nay, I saw nothing.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
Nay, I saw nothing. The child sighs and looks distraught. Oh, I cannot tell a lie. I borrowed the sword from Brunston. I was playing in the burned yards to the south. When my mother called me to dinner, I forgot the toy, and I left it behind. When I went back, I could not find it again. Please do not tell Sparling and Brunston. They're both bigger than me. Child confessed to misplacing the sword,
not afraid of you.
and so get fled. Oh dear. You say that another of my friends was actually to blame for the loss of Sparling's sword? Oh my. Troubled friendship. Let us talk somewhere else. Good idea, little girl.
And that somewhere else is right in front of Inga, or Sparling.
Oh dear. If you tell Sparling and Brunston that it was actually our
I'm
other
not
friend,
afraid of
congratulations! That's the elf. He grew a tree out of his head.
It's an
It
elf
was actually
thing,
our other friend.
honey.
That's some sort of elf dwemer. Should I be
Yeah.
scared? I think so. It was our other friend who took Sterling's toy sword, and they will both turn on him. Is there nothing you can do to help, magical elf?
Oh my gosh.
I need help.
Tracking trouble is next. Oh, my magical elf friend, what am I to do? Brunston and Sparling will not speak with each other still, and swear their friendship is over, but you and I both know that neither is directly to blame. My other friend, who misplaced the sword, said it was lost in the southern part of town. Would you go and search there? You are a master of law, right? If you can find the sword, perhaps Brunston and Sparling will be friends again. And my other friend can remain nameless in the matter.
Yeah, you notice that she's saying my other friend and nameless friend. Because it's
Yeah.
random whoever you get in the quest, which is weird way to do it.
Right. Yeah, that's a super weird way to do it, and it confused us all. I
Yeah.
was like, what? Sorry, guys.
We thought you were going crazy.
I know, right? I do go crazy sometimes, so I understand why you thought that, but that was not one of those times. Ordbeorth. I think are we reassuring him? Yes, we are.
Aid is welcome, friend.
I'm sure you're right. Ingrid and Ingmar shall come to a decision, and I'm certain that it will save us all. The Mystic
I'm
Soul.
glad one of us is.
And here's another quest giver. Offram.
The Rohirrim will need your
City under siege. Oh, Adelmod sent you to help? That is well, for we are short-handed and the need is great. If we are to endure a siege, we will need provisions to last the duration. Reeve Ingbert has chosen not to send his people to the safety of Edoras, so we must protect the people. There have already been many small raids against the city. Thus our guards cannot leave their posts to hunt. There are aurochs Try again. There are aurochs herds to the south and the east. If you could hunt the wild beasts, they could supply most of our needs. Meat for food, hides for blankets, and ivory for the battle horns the guards need. Will you do this? And let's also go into this house. Do we need to go into the house? For Remenhild, the nurse.
Will you aid the horse lords?
I've seen much death and injury since the orcs came. I'm called to comfort the wounded and the families of the slain. It's small comfort you bring to me, but I thank you for it anyway.
What house are you in? I think I see. You all just came
Yep, this house. And walk right in and talk to the nice nurse and say, hello, nurse, and then come back out.
Hello, nurse.
That was a good one. That was a good and proper hello, nurse. And then come into the general store, Aorworth Provisions, when you're done there, so if... I'll invite everyone. And Pedwin in here has a quest for us. Courage from a keg. Ho there!
know all about that.
Right, indeed. I've heard you're a Shire brewmaster. You have that title, don't you? You said Adelmud sent you. Then I welcome you. It's clear, no doubt, that we're facing a terrible siege against a great force of orcs. We're not a great city, and our guard is small. Many are frightened by the great numbers we face and are in need of encouragement, though be assured that none will show it, and all will fight. And what better way to bring courage to the heart than to bring cheer to it? Do you take these flasks of ale to the guards with my greetings?
Ah, so it's liquid courage we're distributing.
It may
all about
not
that.
all make it to the guards. I'm just saying.
Sip here, sip there, nobody notices. We don't want them to get too drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's guard Darmod. Yeah. I've not tasted such as this since the dangers began. My thanks to you and Pedwin. Inwona, the guard.
Welcome and well met.
Cheer to you and all of your families. Bottoms up. There's herring. Smoked herring.
Aid is welcome, friend.
Ah, give Pedwin my thanks. This is just what I needed. And Botulf doesn't want to drink.
Our
He wants to
mission is
give us
dire.
experience points for
Well,
reassuring
I'm gonna drink
words.
anyway, so you
Your
know.
kindness is... There you go, drink. Your kindness is appreciated, adventurers. While I do not believe myself that we can stand while Ingbert and Ingmar are at odds with one another, the people must feel secure. Oh, we better search the pile of debris. Sperling's sword is not here. Sack? Not here. Disturbed Earth? Ooh, found evidence that a dog absconded with the toy sword. Trouble on the move. You should track the dog's path. And while we're here, we will give a drink, I think, to guard Rilbert.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
I cannot afford to lose my wits. War is coming. Nonetheless, I will hold this for the celebration when we drive the orcs from the Endwash Vale. Or you may drink it, little hobbits. That would be fine as well.
Thanks, don't mind if I do.
And remember this guard?
No, I can't say as I
Creep.
do.
Kriba, the guard on the
Remember
outside
you
wall.
said he was.
Well met, my
You said
friend.
he was
Creepy.
working for Sorry Man.
No, I didn't say he was working for Sorry Man.
No, Sophie
way.
did.
No, I did.
Sophie did. Ale will warm the body and the heart when when shadows fall. Give Penguin my thanks. Maybe I've already had enough. I'm slurring my words. Let's see. So let's go. We need to hunt orcs. So we're gonna go south to the South Herd. And we're also gonna
You also need to track the paw prints.
Yeah, so I'm going at a trot to track the paw prints. Do we miss the first paw print? Yeah,
Yeah, there's
No.
a
sure did.
there was paw print back by that earth.
It was right in the gate.
I ran right past it.
Did y'all not click on it?
I did. Oh, no, there it is. I didn't click this one.
I found the next one when y'all are ready.
Yeah, so if you didn't click this one, I think you have to actually click
Which
each and
one?
every one of these. This one
Oh,
right here. So
jeez.
get off your horse. Yeah, get off
I'm-
not. We're just gonna go on foot.
Alright.
Find the path and find the print.
Find the path.
So you've got an unfair advantage on Gollin because you have Swampy, who has preternatural senses. And you also have elf eyes. I mean, it's too many advantages. That's why you always find the paw print first. Right?
Yep.
I smell death on the wind here.
Well, you gotta admit, a dead dog would be convenient. That way, the kids won't fight, and the sword goes. Kind of feel bad for whoever's dog it was. It's the dog.
Yep.
Hey, look,
Mount up,
Sophie.
there's a warband near us, too. We will click the dog corpse, but we're also... Dog's corpse appears to have been run through by an orc spear with such force the orc must have been mounted. You should hunt mounted orcs until you find the orc that has Sperling's sword. Let's go.
Can do.
Gallop. This orc corpse appears to have been mauled by a drake. Getting out of trouble. The orc which took Sperling's sword from the dog appears to have also been slain by a drake. You should try and find the drake. We're also going to go find the warband. Somebody's on it.
Bringing him back. Oh, he's killing me.
Warband Urgai.
Oh, he dismounted me. Not an easy one.
So don't attack Urgai. He looks invulnerable. We need to kill his buddies, right?
Oh, he's immune. No.
Sad face.
So that idea doesn't work. Because I can't actually charm
Maybe it's
him.
because he's invulnerable.
Yeah, while his friends are still alive, you can't actually do anything to him.
Yeah, and a lot of the raid war bosses are like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
That until all the... Yeah, so now he's now can you charm him?
It's on cooldown, so no.
Oh, he is super he's dismounted, he's dead.
He's being attacked by my bird.
He's a
Green
pretty tough
box.
guy. Green box of spoils. Ooh. And there's another warband to the north of us. But it's far to the north.
Pretty
so
far
actually,
north.
It's pretty far north. We're gonna turn to the west.
Hey, every orc we kill says this orc does not have Sperling's sword.
A lot of bull. Free-roaming orcs bulls could provide meat and hides for the entire town of Airworth. You should hunt some. Oh, what's this? A drake appears! Lots of quests available. Death from above. While exploring the Entwash Vale, you were attacked by a drake. There may be more nearby, and defeating them can only be a good thing. Also, patching friendships. You found Sperling's toy upon the corpse of the drake, which mauled the orc, who slew the dog, which absconded with the sword to begin with. Wait just a minute, I did that wrong.
I don't know why.
You found Sperling's toy upon the corpse of the drake, which was mauled the orc, which slew the dog, which absconded with the sword to begin with. You should bring the sword to Sperling, in Twickenburg.
Twickenburg!
I don't have the sword yet.
Oh, dadgummit. Well, preemptive voiceover. So the drake just failed to RNG drop the sword for you?
I guess.
We will kill more, drakes, because there's basically a random chance when you're fighting the orcs for a drake to drop in, as far as I can tell from playing Kind the other day. So alright. Ooh, warbands. Too far away.
They're in the Sudcroft anyway.
Yeah, they're down in the Sudcross. Never mind that. We're going north. So we still need to defeat Auroch's bulls. So let's ride north to where there's more bulls. And east. Oh, there's a really close warband. Here we go. Turning to the
Same one, right?
northwest. Is it?
No, this is Pierhorn.
Fearhorn. The Oryx Bull Fearhorn.
He's charmed. Oh, and he's actually attacking his friends. Awesome.
Mayhem! I love it. What have I done? No!
Predator.
So, if you check your inventory, you'll probably have some boxes of spoils from different war bands we've been killing. Still need to kill us some Oryx Bulls, so here we go to the east. Hey, Soph.
Yeah? Oh, sorry. I thought...
Your follow had been broken by some aspect of the battle we were in, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. There's a Drake.
Got a Drake.
Get Buzzle.
Nope.
Are you sure you don't have it? It's under patching friendship.
No, I have trouble. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong question. I have trouble on patrol. Find the orc that has Sperling Sword.
Yeah. Oh, we missed that guy. Yeah, we ran past an orc corpse. That's why it hasn't dropped for you guys. So let's go back to that orc corpse.
Did you not click on it?
I didn't.
Yeah, I think Bosel and
I
Soph
may
must
not
have
have
missed
either.
it. Yeah, I must have missed it. So let's do this last bowl and finish that quest, and then we'll follow Bosel to the orc corpse, and he and Sophie can click it. Alright, I'm putting the... Whoop.
Oh, I already left.
Follow Bosel
Go
by
east.
following Boz. Yep.
Yeah, now I have defeat the Drake that stole Sperling Sword.
And Sophie, you should
That
stop here as
that
well.
killed the orc that killed the dog that stole Sperling's sword.
Yep.
I found a small fragment of the...
Yep. Also, check your quest log, or check your inventory for an ill-crafted sword. And you'll have Stirring the Nest.
Yeah,
Find the entrance to the Drake's Lair.
Ungolin doesn't have it either. Ungolin and Galt do not have that quest.
I have.
No, I don't.
Yeah, check your inventory.
Have the sword, and it won't let me. Oh, wait a minute. I have stirring the nest. I'm good.
Yeah, Ungolem's the only
so
one that
let's
doesn't
go
have
back.
I don't though.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have it. I just do not
It'll-
have a thing that.
It'll probably drop from the next drake that we kill, so that's cool. No worries. Okay. And here's a drake. Been singing the drake.
It's a warband.
Oh, that was a
the
solo
easiest
warband.
warband.
Yeah, he was the easiest of all. Okay, great. So let's go back to the orc herd, and we will try to attract another drake. There's a drake.
Okay, got this. I got the sword. Bring the toy sword to Sperling.
Yeah, looks like both Sophie and Bossel got it.
And I got the ill-crafted sword.
Great, so everybody is perfectly on task now. And these are easy Beast Slayer kills. So let's make some hamburger. Grill it up later.
Ooh, burger.
All y'all invited. Yep.
Are you gonna, like, make good on that one, dude?
Yeah, probably tomorrow for NBA playoffs. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah. Okay, so we have find the entrance to the Drake's lair. We also have returned the sword and the meats and stuff, so we're gonna go back and do that.
I'll take a 3-year rain check on that burger.
Maybe not 3 years, but yeah, maybe not that long.
Pensacola's not that far, dude.
I
Yeah,
know.
I know.
Well, I mean, it is 5 hours.
Yeah, the Panhandle's further than it seems sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
forget
7 hours.
Southern states are big.
Yeah. It's 7 hours from Orlando, and Gainesville's like 1.5 to 2, depending on traffic.
Yep, and how much you speed. So let's talk to Offram.
What brings
A
you
city
to
under
the lands?
siege. Performed a great service for the people of Aerworth and easily lost. If you desire, I have more tasks for you.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Provisioners, assistants. I'm
Everyone's
glad that
friend.
you considered the plight of my people. Indeed, I do have more tasks for you. On your last venture, you brought me a large quantity of oryx meat, hide, and ivory. I need you to take these materials and help me provision the garrison and the town. Will you do this? Blankets for the winter.
Our success depends
The
upon
impending
our
siege
strength.
promises to be a long one.
Aid us.
Many of the people of Aworth will need blankets to keep them warm during the harsh winter. Take these hides you collected to the infirmary's sewing table and make some blankets. You'll need to find some thread and needles as well. For the former, you should speak with Nothkith in the southern part of the city. For the needles, speak with Ordbeorth. He is somewhat mercenary, but he will provide you what you need. When you have sewn the blankets, distribute them throughout the city, then return to me. Also, horns for battle.
The Rohirrim will need
The
your
oryx
aid.
ivory you brought me is of great use. Our gods and warriors will have need of battle horns as we enter the terrible siege. Take this ivory to the supplier's workbench outside the mead hall and craft some horns. You will also need fastenings and leather bands. Rimenhild, in the northern part of the city, can provide the fastenings. The leather you will need to collect may be found near our vendor hall. When you've crafted the battle horns, deliver them to the guards throughout the city, then return to me.
Our success
Finally,
depends upon
please
our
take the
strength.
meat you brought me
Will you
and
aid
make
us?
some meat pies for the people of Airworth. You are hobbits, are you not? I hear this is somewhat in your wheelhouse, as it were. You may need other ingredients as well. You'll find sacks of flour and vegetables in the vendor hall. Take the ingredients to the oven behind Old Beale's house in the northern part of the city. When you've finished baking the pies, bring them to the people in need of them, then return to me, and make certain that the hobbits take the lead. I understand that pies are the best in all the lands.
I know we can use Daleman crams and crush them up and turn them into a crust. I found a use for them, Boz. Besides breakfast.
You just mix them with some lard and they make a decent crust to bake. So pick up all these pieces of leather.
I'd add some herbs.
There's stuff near Pedwin too.
Yep, and we want to go inside after you pick up all the pieces of leather. And 'cause there's things to grab here. You can grab a sack of vegetables.
We're just raiding there. What are you doing? Get out of the back of the store.
Don't mind us. The tall blonde guy said this was okay.
I'm glad these aren't selfish, or this would take quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, thank you, devs.
Some onions, some potatoes. I wonder if they have parsley. Carrots.
Greetings.
And then
friend of
Pedwin
the
has a
Rohirrim.
turn in courage from a keg. Aha! The singing begins already. Can you hear them? You've brought cheer and joy to the gods of Aoth. My thanks.
I get all the cookies.
Boz, I'm gonna have to head out pretty soon.
Great, well that's fine actually. We had planned not to do more than maybe 2.5 hours or so. We did actually 3 hours today. So we did a little more than I planned, but this won't be bad to catch up for Zara. So why don't we just leave it here? I think that's what we'll do.
I'm also gonna bip out because my hand's starting to... So if Galt's
Okay.
gonna leave now, this is a good time for me too.
Yep. I think we'll just leave it here. Before I log out, I'm going to compose a reference email for you and Zara, so that she can do her homework as agreed. But I think we're just going to call it here for the week, guys, and call it an hour early, if that's all right with everyone.
Yep.
We didn't quite hit 85, and we won't have quite enough to do a 6-man, but I think we'll be running our new 85 instances as well as the scaled stuff soon for gear as we go forward. We good?
So she did make it to North Carolina late last night.
Excellent.
Oh, well,
Glad
that's
to hear
good.
that she was safe. Wasn't sure if she was still traveling, or very glad she's safe.
No, they did it in like 2.5 days.
Lot.
Well, he's gonna report in tomorrow, and you know they didn't want to be away from home any longer than necessary. All right, guys, going to the zoo. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you. I'll probably be on with Zara on Wednesday, although it's
Okay.
you know
I
iffy.
want to try to get on Wednesday too.
Yeah, that'd be nice. If
Yeah,
not,
it would.
have a good one. Take care.
You
You
too.
too. Be well, sir.
See ya.
Nice to hear your voice. All right, guys, take care. See you around soon.
Alright, adios.
See ya.
Alright, thanks for watching everyone. See you next time.